Hey, and welcome to Star Wars 101. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Ones. Now, these Force users popped up in a few episodes of the Clone Wars, and were briefly mentioned in the Rebels as well as the Darth Plagueis novel, if any of you have ever read that. The Ones were a family of exceptionally powerful Force wielders who lived on the planet Mortis during the Clone Wars. Led by the father, the son and daughter were embodiments of the dark and light sides of the Force. The son and the daughter were worshipped as the twin deities or simply as the spirits in the Night Sisters religion. Originally, more than 1,000,000 years prior to the Clone Wars, the Celestials, mysterious beings who were thought to be capable of restructuring space on a massive scale, lived in the galaxy. According to Thorat, the oldest of the Killik Hives, the Ones are what the Celestials become. Thorat distinctly remembers the Ones coalescing out of a geyser on an unnamed tropical planet. There were 3 of them, the father, the son, and the daughter. They gained these memories from the son and daughter themselves, who joined the Hive Mind, briefly, to help coordinate the construction of Center Point Station. It should be noted that the collective memory of a Killik Hive does not make distinctions between fact and fiction like the human mind. Any individual memory, joined to that of the collective, be it mythology, incontestable fact, or the plot of a holodrama, is history to the Killiks. The Ones initially lived in peace and harmony in the home they made for themselves near the site of the geyser. The father warned his children to never drink from the font of power or bathe in the pool of knowledge. However, they eventually disobeyed his orders, with the son drinking from the font, giving him the power of the dark side, while the daughter bathed in the pool, bestowing on her the power of the light side. The siblings then claimed areas of the jungle for themselves and started to fight each other, while the father tried to keep the peace between them. A young woman somehow came to their world. She initially became the servant, serving and catering to the Ones' needs. However, she eventually became the mother, doting on the father and succeeding in mending the relationship between the daughter and son. She also managed to persuade the son to use his destructive nature for a constructive purpose by using his Force lightning to carve new rooms in the walls of the gorge where they lived. However, she was still mortal, and as a result, she grew old, and was no longer able to keep the peace between the siblings. The ageless children started to resume their fighting, and neither the mother nor the father were able to prevent it. One day, while the 3 were fighting in the courtyard of their home, the mother snuck a drink from the font like the son did, and quickly bathed in the pool like the daughter. The father pulled her out with the Force, but it was too late. She ceased to be the mother and became Abeloth, the bringer of chaos. Abeloth attacked both the son and daughter, forcing them to bow down to her. The father then stepped in to save his children, afterwards taking them and leaving the planet, stranding Abeloth behind. The daughter and the son then obtained the help of the Killiks, such as the Thorat Hive, by joining with their hive mind and lending them their power in the Force. Sharing their knowledge with the Hives, the siblings directed the creation of Center Point Station, Sinkhole Station, and other devices to help create and maintain the Maw which imprisoned Abeloth. Afterwards, the father moved his family to the monolith-gated planet known as Mortis, so that he might control them and keep the Force in balance. Thorat stated that when the current of the Force was altered and the flow of time changed, Abeloth was able to escape. She would stir up conflict and destruction each time, sending the galaxy into chaos and disorder, thriving on fear, death, and havoc, until the son and daughter returned to the Killiks, and together they would re-imprison her. This cycle would repeat itself periodically for hundreds of thousands of years. When the father brought Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano, so that he might verify if Skywalker was the foretold chosen one, as prophecy held it, The son attempted to kill his father with the dagger of Mortis, and remove him as an obstacle to escape from Mortis. However, the daughter sacrificed herself, taking the blade for her father and causing the balance of the Force to come undone. The son made another attempt to kill the father shortly afterward, but was shocked when the father suddenly stole the dagger and stabbed himself with it, weakening the son so that he could be killed by Skywalker. Moments after the son's death, the father himself died, disappearing into the Force. With this, the Ones were destroyed, and Mortis itself disappeared in a flash of light, leaving the Jedi returned to mere moments after they encountered the monolith, with no evidence that the planet or its inhabitants had ever existed. During the return of Abeloth in 44 ABY, or after the Battle of Yavin, Grandmaster Luke Skywalker, the son of the Chosen One, read the mission report in the Jedi archives about his father and his mentor's experiences on Mortis. Combined with the information gathered from the Thrutt Hive, Luke realized that his father's refusal to become the new keeper of the balance had in fact set off a disastrous chain of events. With the death of the Ones, the galaxy began to slide into chaos. The number of conflicts in the last 65 years were evidence enough of that. When Jacen Solo fell to the dark side and became the Sith Lord Darth Caedus, in an effort to change the course of the future, he inadvertently set in motion another chain of events, which culminated in the destruction of Centerpoint Station and the release of Abeloth. With the Ones dead, Abeloth was free to continue her rampage of chaos and destruction. After Abeloth's eventual defeat at the hands of Luke and Darth Krayt, Luke believed that the Jedi and the Sith must become the new Ones, and they must keep the balance themselves. So that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, then make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below telling me what you think of the Celestials. These were some of my favorite episodes of the Clone Wars, so I'd really like to know what your opinion is on them. And with all that said, I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.